5 years ago, when I recognized the ProMaster as a great chassis for building camper vans with, one of the first things I had to solve was how do we make them a little more off-road capable. I fell right into my background in suspension and designed a lift kit for the ProMaster. On the ProMaster chassis, it's a front-wheel drive, and they have a McPherson strut front suspension in them, which is a standard front-wheel drive car suspension, more so than a truck suspension. And the most convenient way to lift a strut suspension is to put some spacers on top of the struts. We do that by putting a 3-inch spacer on the top of the McPherson strut. And unfortunately, it's not quite that simple because you have drive shaft angles and steering angles and a bunch of other things that play into the geometry in the front end that we had to correct to get that kind of a lift. 3 inches is pretty aggressive on a front-wheel drive vehicle. Around the rear, that was one of the main things we wanted to deal with on the van because we have that solid axle in the back, and we wanted to raise the axle, not just raise the vehicle. And so to do that, we used a spindle spacer. And so we lower the spindle relative to the axle, which basically pushes the wheels down relative to the rest of the van, which lifts the axle. So all that 2¼ inches goes right into the axle, takes the rear axle to over 9 inches of rear clearance.